Hello, everyone, and thanks for coming back to Deb Chanel's 40s World, where we do the bold and the beautiful recaps and reviews. Today, we're going to be going over the one that I missed, the one that aired on Monday, June 5th, 2017, and now a little bit of the story that I kind of recapped off on Tuesday's episode. Got a chance to go back and see how did this decision get formulated to get rid of Katie. And I'm like, man, it's a lot of people over there at the Forrester Creations camp making a lot of terrible decisions. Just out the spur of the moment type decisions. I'm like, Eric, I'm gonna need you to stand in your shit and just fester in it for a moment until you just get proof stank and you just fall out on your own funk or feces. Okay? Because you cannot talk out the side of your neck one day and then try to be all pleasantry the next day. And you sat there and gave a job to Katie, sight unseen. That was your first mistake. You should have checked out her clarifications, her of what she felt designing jewelry was about, and you should have looked at what she put together as far as her pieces. But from what I'm understanding and what I'm visualizing, you're looking at a sketch of items I guess she put out on paper. Everybody's not good artists. They can't put everything um, on a sketch pad. Excuse me. Such as designing people do when they're making dresses and the materials of that sort of thing. Just like, I mean, if you have an eye for jewelry and fashion, that's a good thing. That was God given talent. Praise, you know, the Lord for all of that, those talents and gifts and skills. And then some people have to work at it. They have to go to school. They have to train their hands and mind and have certain visions of how they want things to come together, where it can be displayed either in photography or it can be displayed in just sketching or drawing it out on a piece of paper. Now, I didn't know Katie was an artist where she could draw stuff. So, of course, what you're looking at may be kind of elementary type stuff, but you still should be able to look at it from the perspective, or better yet, give her the material to work with. And she showed you by doing hands-on to show you her creations and stuff. But just for you to just hire her off the spot, sight unseen of her work of design and jewelry, then you want to renege and rescind the offer after she done been there, I'm gonna say on soap opera time, at least 2 or 3 months thus far. And now you're just getting around to seeing her work on paper. I mean, anybody should be finding Ridge and Queen, okay? Because they had kept her along that designing path for so long, and then throw Ivy in the mix. Because for one, all three of them saw the work that she was putting out. And if it was not up to par, meaning it wasn't even fit for you to design for children, then you should have been found her something else to do. I mean, what happened to the marketing thing that y'all said y'all gonna put her to instead of designer? Y'all gonna let her do one or the other or both simultaneously. You did let it slip out your mouth. She belongs more in the boardroom. So why did you look at some of her work before you gave it to her? You offered her. Human resources got involved. She signed papers. I mean, it sounds like a lawsuit to me because you can't be all willy-nilly and do that. I mean, but then again, you have 3 months or 90 days to assess somebody's work, and if it's not up to par, you have that right to fire them, I guess. So you're still legally inclined to have got rid of her if you wanted to. But I mean, that's gonna be a huge deficit in your personal friendship. That's why sometimes it says, friends cannot be business partners because things like this kind of tend to fall out and everybody get willy nilly of, okay, I gotta fire you. I can't let you be on my payroll no more because you ain't doing nothing. I mean, Ridge was trying to go to bat, so let me train her. Let me do this. I mean, hell, if you let Zende, who had no schooling, come in there and pick up something and y'all replace him with Thomas, surely you couldn't find nothing for Katie to try to work on. Okay. But that was just piss poor judgment. But of course, look who we get. Look who the writers are who are writing for us. I mean, come on. That's just elementary textbook 101. You don't hire nobody unless you've seen their work. Don't go on what they say they can do. Show and prove. Show and prove. And that's one mistake. Like I said, Ridge has made his mistakes. Eric has made his mistakes. Damn, Tom should have came in the fold. Give him some time enough to make some uber mistakes. But anyway, that was just my sidebar. Let's get on into this episode. We got Katie. Katie and I are talking about what Eric will think about her jewelry collection. She's, all pro gun ho. Katie, I mean, Ivy not even saying anything to be different from what she feels they may say about her jewelry. I mean, that was the time for Ivy to chime in. But further along in this episode, when Pam come in to try some of Katie's little designs or whatnot, Ivy looks kind of concerned that no, your work is not that good yet. You need to be very much so developed. You just like a little mold of clay to have nowhere to go. Okay, and no hands to just press on it and try to formulate something. All right, then we go to Eric. Eric don't like Katie's designs. He thinks she belongs in the boardroom, but not in the design room. I was like, okay, what you got? What's the proof that you can say proof is in the pudding? She's not a designer. They didn't even show us any sketches. We can get a little glimpse at them. I'm like, Kay didn't say she could draw, so you might be looking. I mean, I draw a house and it don't look nothing like a house that you would see, from the outside. Excuse me, visualizing these contemporary type homes, but hey, I give you a little something to make it resemble a home. You know where I'm going with it. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was piss poor, Eric. Piss poor. I mean, he trying to jump in, make decisions and stuff, and he ain't even making appropriate decisions. Damn, I sue him just for because. Okay, then we got Nicole is daydreaming about her life without having a baby and this, that, and the third. Nicole calls Maya all, fired up and mad to chat with her about why Pam is on baby duty watch when she is the go-to person because hell, she one had the baby for him. She don't like Liz being bounced around like that. But of course, Nicole just going on emotions of her not being able to have a child. Cause, excuse me, if that was the case, she would be having Liz bounce around while she's sitting up there pregnant, trying to tend to her own self. And then probably still trying to watch Liz too, but it wouldn't be a big concern about the whole family pitching in to watch baby Liz while they're gone. But it's just because she's in this little medical crisis right now, she's taking everything to heart and taking everything very personal. Okay? And try to tell people what they should and should not be doing with their career. All right. I don't know what's wrong with them. Only the Lord can help at this time. Moving on. But she calls to talk to her sister about this and she gets Rick. Then she just tears into Rick like it ain't nobody's business, telling him, y'all need to be doing this, that, and that. Y'all have a child here. Y'all don't have time to be sitting up there handling crises at Forster International in Paris and then taking little photoshops. Stuff that Lisa should be y'all priority. Why am I taking care of her? Just being very emotional. And Rick don't know where all this shit coming from. He's like, wait a minute, you threw me for a side, but honey, are you stable? That's what I would have said to her anyway. And then I would have cut our trip short, regardless of it made Maya's career look bad or whatever. Whew, excuse me, I'm taping almost at 2 o'clock in the morning, but I wanted to get it out. But it's just going back here north there, with them. I'm like, wait a minute now. So Rick ain't liking how Nicole is coming off talking to him. He never experienced this type of tone in her voice before. So yeah, he's worried. He's worried. He's probably thinking about what Bill Spencer said. They need to get their behinds home, but of course they still want to do what they want to do. And Nicole is calling them on their shit. Okay. Then we got Pam brings in some handmade. Well, she brings in some box material that is addressed to Katie. And Kate is very excited. She said, oh, that's my jewelry hardware for, when Eric says, okay, on the jewelry, we can just hit the ground running and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, wait a minute now. Then, what's her name? Pam is trying to figure out what type of designing Katie is presenting to the world to see and all this and that. So she's kind of, wanting to see. She want to get involved and stuff. So, Katie puts a little wrap or chain around. It's like a waist training type jewelry, and of course, Pam gonna put on 2 cents in. Talking about what are pearls at? I'm a pearl type person. I'm like, yeah, we know this. We know this, Pam. But damn, how you like the jewelry? But even while Pam was being doted on, and Katie's putting the and explaining the jewelry on her waist. Pam don't seem too enthused. And then I was looking kind of strange, like that shit don't look good. That's so 80s, 70s. And that's not gonna that now ain't nobody don't want that. But instead of Ivy being very truthful with Katie about her current designs, she's just letting it fall to the wayside. So I'm like, oh, okay, so that's how you gonna do that's how you gonna do, girl. Well, that's how you gonna do. I can't. But anyway, Pam pretty much told her, ain't my cup of tea. So she basically just exits out the room pretty much. Then we have Ridge and Quinn trying to lightly tell Eric, we don't need to fire Katie. We just need to reassign her to another position in the company. But Eric wants to assert himself and his authority. He said, no, we're not gonna make her feel like she needs to be in this position, just to pacify her. No, she needs to be in a strong leadership position. That's the I said, no, she might need your position, Eric, because you all willy-nilly here. You think you can say who can design this, that, and that. You don't design jewelry, you design dresses, okay? You design gowns. So your whole emphasis on who should be a designer or not, that's only because of a certain perspective. All right. So I need you to sit down, Eric. You getting on my nerves. Uh, excuse me. Of course, they trying. At least I can say that. They trying a little bit. But they know they need to be doing a lot more harder convincing to Eric. Let's not fire her. But they still go on with their little here and there of conversating with Eric on why they should keep her. But they don't really want to tell him the truth, which they need. The truth set them free. The truth will set them free. But then we go on from there. We have Richard Quinn still pleading, like I said, with Eric to not fire her. Rick said, I'll go along with you to tell Katie. And Eric said, oh, no, you won't. This is a job for Queen and Queen alone. All right. I don't want Katie to feel like she's being ganged up on by you two. So, by a professional to another professional, woman to woman, they should be able to handle this. And I'm sure Queen would do a good job on letting Katie down. So, I like only if you knew for Papa Bear, only if you knew. Okay. It's so far from the truth. Woo, the shit finna hit the fan. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, we go from there. We have Maya comes back to the hotel and pick and I guess to lounge around because the shot they lost lighting or whatnot and they couldn't do any more shooting for that day. So that's when Rick fills Maya in on what's going on with her sister. He don't like her tone. He don't like how she came off on him. And Maya's trying to understand what he's saying. He said, okay, okay, well, maybe she's just tired. She's exhausted. She's making excuses. He said, you need to call her. She's like, I don't want to do that. I don't know why she don't want to do it, but she need to do it, okay? They need to get the next plane smoking back on home, okay? But we go to Coco. Coco comes in and talks with Nicole about baby Liz's schedule because she said she overheard the conversation she had with Rick. It seemed kind of very intense. Is it something she could do? Is she mad at her because she was, taking some time out? And Nicole just pretty much shut her down. Said, baby girl don't need to be passed around like she's been passed around. I'm here. I can take care of her and da 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 da. I'm like, okay, here we go again. Then we got Eric is talking to Ridge about it's the best thing to do to fire Kate. I said, no, it's the best thing to do for you to sit down and they give you the bad news. And we'll see how you take it then. You're going to be firing some of everybody up in there. And probably you need to fire yourself. Go on a long vacation. Do like Sally Spectre, the Big Red, how they got her playing. Or better yet, do like your fictitious brother. Go on a tour with him around the world. That's what you need because you don't need to be designing no more either. Then we got Quinn is talking to Katie about her being let go from forced corrections. Katie is really confused from last night's conversation to today's conversation to what he saw on paper of the work Katie did to sketches. We weren't privy to see the catastrophe he thought was a good fit for them to fire her because she's not suitable to make jury for them because it's horrendous. That's pretty much what he was saying with his body tone and language. For the commercial, we come back. Got small talk still going on with Maya and Rick about Nicole's tone of voice. Got Pam comes in to babysit Liz, and Nicole just shuts her down, tell her go on back to her desk, do whatever she do, but this baby finna stay with her. Okay, this her baby. I'm like, I can't too much. Writers, you need to speed up that storyline. Then we got Quinn is trying to explain to Kate, and she sucks at jury design making. But she's great with numbers, and she should be seen more so in an executive position like boardroom, etc., etc. Katie tells it to her like, that's not what Eric said last night. This ideal is not coming from Eric. This is your idea. So, it's like Katie done took a spin to the dark side. She's just blaming everything on Quinn, and possibly Ridge. We go to commercial, we come back. We got small talk still going on between Rick and Maya about Nicole. Rick is extremely concerned, but Maya don't share that same concern anymore. Then we got baby girl Lizzie's talking to Nicole about where is her mama. And then Nicole just in her status of world thinking that baby girl Lizzie had called her mom. Which that ain't what I got when I was looking at it. It seemed like she was like, "What my mama? You may have had me, but I'm talking about my other mama that been with me since birth." Okay, Maya. So Nicole was kind of having some mind issues too. Then we got Katie is pushed away. Her and Quinn gets into a little altercation with the pushing and stuff because Katie's like all up in her face. I'm like she can lick her face if she wanted to, like a dog. But Quinn just pushes her onto the chair where Pam had put down the little gun holster as well as the gun. And from yesterday's episode that aired on Tuesday, I thought Katie pretty much had checked to see if the gun was loaded, but she didn't check to see if that gun was loaded. That gun could have been loaded, locked and loaded, and ready to spray. Okay, so Katie gets upset that Quinn pushed her off of her and stuff. And she grabs the gun out the holster and starts to point it at Quinn like she wants to kill her. Just shaking and everything. And, push her shove. Katie could have blanked out and shot her. Yes, she could have been in jail. But anyway, she just goes on and puts fear in Quinn's heart at gunpoint at that. And don't take, the gun off of Quinn. So it gives you the impression that she is going to try to shoot her, threaten her, or whatnot. And that's where it pretty much goes off for that episode that aired on Monday. So y'all, of course, if y'all caught my review, she didn't actually shoot her. The gun didn't have any bullets in it. Da da dee da da da. So Charlie was pretty good at disarming gun, his weapon before leaving it all willy nilly on Pam's desk, where she would pick it up and play Wild Wild West or whatever. So Katie would have had that opportunity to grab it out the holster and point it at Quinn and maybe taking a turn for the worse. But again, a woman scorned has no fury. Okay? It has no, it's a hot mess when you don't scorn the woman. Hell has no fury to hold like a woman scorned. Okay, basically be referring to when a man has messed over a woman. But in this case, Quinn has messed over too many men, and she needs to be accounted for. And Katie's the one to do it. So that was Bold and the Beautiful for Monday. Giving it to you all. My take, my spiel. I think the writers need to speed up on these storylines. Go on and tell the truth about what Quinn has been doing. That the cookies fall. Nicole need to come out and tell Rick and Maya what has happened. That she's seeking to possibly take Lizzie from them because she cannot have a child and it's not fair. That needs to be told. And let me see what else is going on. And we need to find out if Thomas really gonna be solid partners with Sally, because it just seems like he's gonna go over there in a take charge type of mentality, and they are gonna have some type of bumps in the road. But we need to speed it up. We need to speed it up, writers, because I'm sick of this storyline between Eric not knowing the truth. He needs to know the truth now. Okay, then we can smooth on to um, what is it? Oh, it's Nicole debacleness. Give her a baby. Let Liz stay where she needs to stay, and we move on from there. And then we just go on and finish up the other storylines, okay? But that's my recap, my retake on The Bold and the Beautiful that aired on Monday, June 5th, guys. Take it easy, and I'll talk to you soon for some more reviews on soap operas, okay? Take care, guys. Bye bye.